everyone, in this video I want to talk about solving for percentages. Here are the two problems that we'll do. And to make sure we don't take ourselves too seriously, let's think about our fun question during the video. What is your preferred way to help your local community? For example, what's your favorite type of community service? So let's think about this topic within the whole math section. You'll see percent on the math section quite a bit. It falls under pre-algebra. Fractions, decimals, and percentages are a major part of that class, that course. So this is probably the easiest type of percent problem that they would cover. So let's jump in. There are two different ways to do these problems. You could go the proportion route where you set up a proportion and solve for x. Or my preferred method is converting the English into an equation. So what percent? That is code for x. That's what you're solving for. Of, code for multiply. 29 is equals, equal sign, 3. Okay, so that is actually pretty easy because you're just doing 29x equals 3. Then you can divide both sides by 29 and get x. So we can't say equals, is approximately. Now, this is where you can grab a calculator and type in 3/29 and you get 0.103 for, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's round to the nearest tenth. So we have to remember that that is what percent. So we need to convert this to being 10.3%. Remember, we moved the decimal place over twice. So it's not 0.1%, it's 10.3%. Okay, now does that actually check out? Let's think. So does 10% make sense? If I took 10% of 29, that is, 29 is about 30. 10% of 30 is 3, so it works out great. Let's do another one, and I'll be a little bit more explicit about the conversion or the translation from the words into an equation. So 73 comes down in that 73 is equal sign. What percent? X. Of multiply. And then the 125. So I think this is the fastest way. Feel free to use a proportion. You'd get the answer just the same. Now, this is 73 equals 125x. Divide by 125 on both sides. Remember, that's going to be approximate. So 73 over 125. This is going to be, it's 0.584, which is 58.4%. Because it says what percent, I know it's going to be, we need to move that decimal place over twice. Okay, how about some practice problems? Here they are. Now these are a little different. It says 28% of 63 is what? Little bit of a different animal, but you are using the same translation symbols for all of the pieces still. Just a slightly different type of equation. And then the next says 16 inches is 35% of what? So the what is what you're solving for. You are not solving for the percentage for this part. Okay, why don't you pause the video and I will reveal the answers in about a second. Here they are, 17.6 and 45.7 inches. You can round to the nearest tenth and notice the answers are not percent. There's no moving over of a decimal place. Okay, so here's my quote for this video. I love this. It says, "Don't wait for inspiration. It comes while working." So it kind of also reminds me of the quote that talks about how starting something can be half the battle. Kind of reminds me of like working out, exercising. So sometimes you just have to jump in and then see what opportunities uh, present themselves. So now that you've had some time to ponder that fun question, I'd love to see your answers in the comments. Also, if you'd like to keep up with new videos, I'd really appreciate if you clicked subscribe. Have a great day.